The Youth by MGMT. It's from their first album, and I had never even heard that song until yesterday, because I've never listened to their first album. Again, it's not a band I thought I would like, I guess, when I was, you know, at the time. It's from 2007. Someone said nice boomer music. It's boomer music from 2007. You must be like 13. That number keeps coming up. Like whenever my mind needs to get a number, it's been 13 lately. What does that mean? What does it mean? Unlucky, maybe? Anyway, yeah, it's a cool song. And they did a really good version of that live too. Okay, so Dead Cells, we really only get about an hour of it. But there's the new update, Rise of the Giant. Oh, I should note that a robot named Fight, so that update I just played was named the Big Wet update. Drastic volume difference here. So, I don't know what the Rise of the Giant DLC is, and I'm gonna have to do a more extensive stream of this, because an hour is just not gonna be enough. So, I'm reading here. I want to read the patch notes, or at least kind of just a couple details, like the main features of Rise of the Giant. So, 10 new enemy types, many of which can be found in higher difficulty modes of the game. 3 new skills have been included in the game. Flying Pet, single-use scroll. 10 new weapons. Specialist shop, where you can buy the Hunter's Grenade. Skins or a new map. And for advanced players, Rise of the Giant holds a new hidden level. An entirely new ending to your story will be revealed. Who can beat? That's never happening here. Alright. Was I in the middle of a run? Huh. Higher difficulty. Oh, I was checking out the higher difficulty, maybe. There's no Twitch integration in the Switch version, which has become my main version. Vinny, is this game worth buying? I would recommend it. Absolutely. Where the hell is Old Bones gone? I'm Old Bones. Yeah, you can get a lot. You can get a lot out of this game. So, 1 boss stem cell activated. Oh, okay. I've never seen this before. I've never seen nothing like this on Earth. I'll try it. Sure. I'll give it a shot. Wrenching whip and ice shards. I like ice shards. Oh, what the fuck happened here? What? You know John Fullsauce will put it on the Red Shroom channel. There's no content worth putting on the Red Shroom channel from this stream tonight. There was a black screen for 1 minute and 40 seconds at most. No one's going to find that interesting. I say that, and that video is going to end up with like 20,000 views, and it's just me bitching for 1.5 minutes. I can imagine. He's gone into the lava. Guess he didn't want to come back after all. I'm definitely not going after him. Does he really have claws this size? Red Shroom channel is called Extra Sauce, someone said. I like Red Shroom channel better. Can we just call it that? Ignores shields, pulls victim towards you, can inflict a critical hit on the 3rd strike. Okay, that's what this whip does. Did a lad just run out of the wall? Oh god, they're invisible. What is this shit? He's invisible. Did I ever tell you the story about Orits? Of Orits? O-R-I-T-Z, I would imagine. I might have years ago. I don't know, maybe someone can help me figure out what this is. I'll tell you the story, hang on a minute. Vinny, you're missing DLC content back at the start. Alright, well, I'll hold that thought for just a second. What DLC content? DLC 2? Go back to the room with lava. Okay. Vinny, you have Slime Boy now. I don't remember how to activate Slime Boy. Oh. Someone said now jump in the lava. You can jump with the head? Slime Boy can jump. Okay, Slime Boy's here. The Amsterdam. Okay. Okay, it wasn't Japes. I think you might have forgotten something. Caravan key. DLC content acquired. What did it say? It didn't say caravan key? What did it say? Cavern key? The fuck would I want this fucking caravan for? It's got no fucking wheels. Man, all my years being an English major, and yet they'd never taught me how to read words not incorrectly. I like these. Specialist shop, responding to the most eccentric of demands for over 15 years and at least 8 updates now. Breaking them walls. Breaking the wall. Breaking the wall. Breaking the... So I know what one of those things does. I assume the map is some kind of, like we were reading in the patch notes, tells you where things is. Boy, I'm still trying to play this like robot named Fight. Different buttons, man. Same controller, different buttons. The golden doors can now be broken down. Yes, but then you acquire a curse. I'll tell you the story about Orits. Someone said, "Man up, good sir." Have you not seen the way I play this game? Or video games in general, for that matter? At least he said good sir, that was nice of him. So you want to hear the Orit story? You know, Duff McKagan had a really interesting life. It was a good podcast with him and Mark Maron. Duff McKagan, the bassist from Guns N' Roses. Seems like a very interesting dude. Almost died. Almost died a couple times. Drugs are a bitch. That whole rock and roll lifestyle thing, that's gone. That is gone. The way he lived, too. The way the guys from Guns N' Roses lived. Hell no. It's a wonder any of them are still fucking alive. It's a wonder Keith Richards is alive. Topaz Amulet 3, you burn the ground when you run. That sounds lovely. I like more weird things like this. These are the things I want. So you want to hear the Orit story. You don't even know what it is. I'll tell you the story, but first you have to promise. Alright, so, it's a dumb story. I was gonna just hold it off for as long as possible because it's so fucking stupid, but... like, 2 houses behind me. These kids were in a pool. Now, at the time, I was kids as well. It's about, like, 11. And my cousin and I, the cousin that I hung out, not the club cousin, the one that I hung out with a lot when I was growing up. The one that was 9 years older than me. We were hanging out, and it was a beautiful day out, and they were in the pool, and it's like three of them, I guess. And at one point, they shouted the word, "Orits!" So... And I remember I was like, the window, I was just listening to it. I was like, what is that? What is Orits? So then they did it again. And they shouted, "Orits!" And I think we started yelling Orits back. And they said it like maybe one more time. I don't know, it's too hazy, but I remember that word enough to want to tell you about this word on the stream. To this day, I don't know what that word means, and it became like a bit of a meme. I mean, we called them in-jokes, but now they're memes, like they're called. But yeah, my cousin and I would say Orits for no reason because we're stupid idiots. But, that was the thing that happened in my life. And that's the whole story. It wasn't much of a story, but does anyone know what first of all, is anyone here Orits? A foolish question, Vinny. Well, everyone here is Spartacus. Of course. O-R-I-T-Z. Okay, Orbits is coming up. And then there's Orit's Gift, which has stakes and stuff. Okay, that's weird. What's Orit's with an S? Orit's with an S is Orit's... It's an artist. So this is the name of one of their records. I love it. Maybe it's that guy. Maybe they were talking about that guy. Maybe they're just a big fan of that guy. Vinny, for the DLC, you need to go to the cemetery, which you have to go to the sewers first. Okay. The secret home. Hunter's Mirror, eh? Unlocks a mirror near the scribe that may come in handy during your hunts. Is that any good? Not really. It's for skins. Spanish surname meaning son of Orti. The merchant one is good. Okay, I'll get that eventually. Like I said, I'm still kind of, you know, figuring out what is DLC in this. And also, I haven't played this in like over a month, maybe? It's hard to know. Time is weird. Time is a flat circle. Or a flat turd in my case. I forgot to refill my flask. See? That's how you know. Something. Whether that one dude told me to play like a man or whatever. Man up, he said. Good sir. Whoa, I found the foul! Gonna need that. Bloodthirsty Shield. Plus 100% damage. Blocked attacks inflict bleeding. Effect extended to nearby enemies on a successful parry. Colorless. Poisons the enemy. Victim of bleeding spreads to other... Hey, I gotta sell the firebrands. I like the firebrands, but... So they bleed, and they're on fire. Very nice. Very nice ways to die. You ever wonder why there's not more things in video games? I know people are gonna be like, Vinny, did you smoke weed tonight? After that question. Why aren't there more things in video? Like, you know, you have fire, there's like cold or ice, there's water, there's fight, and then, you know, that's about it. Like, the poison effect is the same every time. There's lightning, there's the elements. But what about, like, something even more weird? Something different. Something that we don't know about in real life, like poison, which is blue. And it... So you want to hear the Orit story? I can only hope in whatever next universe there may be after death or some kind of ascension or whatever. I can only hope that we'll get poisoned and there will be even more rules, more things, more colors, more sounds, more musical notes. So I just wrote more rules. Lol. I think I'm still secondhand high from the MGMT concert last night. Someone threw a bra. There's just a bra in between the audience and the band. Like they have the little section cordoned off so that you can't get in there. And there was just a bra in there. And then the security came over and was asking people, like, is this your bra? And I think it came from, like, the balcony or the rafters or whatever they are. And yeah, so that happened. And there was another thing. Why would you... I mean, bras are expensive. Why would you do that? What are you gaining out of throwing your bra away? Get rid of a shitty bra. Free the titter. Drunk? Lose heat? I love these answers. These are great answers. Like, I'm so gonna get rid of my bra tonight at the MGMT show. Wait, why? I don't want it anymore. Just throw it in the garbage. No. No, I want to throw it at the show. My landlord has a rule against throwing away bras. See what I mean by a different universe? More rules. I'm fucking dead. I really could have used that upgrade. Or the refill. I'm gonna play really well now. Am I cursed? Why am I cursed? What have I done? Item? Oh, it's this one. Oh, fuck. 100% damage given, 100% damage taken, which is fine because I only have one hit and then I'm dead. So I'll just deal with that. Fuck out of here expediently. Green goo. Luigi.
I'm gonna put your goo back in you. Now get back in your sack.
Sorry. I wish I could just make the things low before I play them. What am I reading here? What is life and what about love? An inexorable series of moments stolen along the way at the dawn of one hell of a big hole. Oh! You started changing. Together, 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 together. There was yeah, the bra thing, and then someone was spilling beer from the rafters as well, from the balcony. Those boots are really good for, burning targets. But this is still, I think, just slightly better. Oh, that would have been a cool way to die just then. Don't you agree? I'll get to that. Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Vinny, how much burning grass was there at this concert? Oh, there was a lot of burning grass. Absolutely. How could there not be? Upgrade to plus quality. I kind of like that upgrade, or that modifier. Okay. I should have got that one. That one's always good to get. Any other good upgrades? Yeah, I played Sunless Sea a little bit, I think. I wasn't crazy about it. Tainted Flask. Using a health potion grants extra DPS for 12 seconds. If the flask is empty, it will automatically refill itself after you kill 13 elite enemies. Does it not heal you? It heals too. Okay, I'll get that then. Could be cool. Yeah, the number 13. I'm gonna be like Jim Carrey's in that one movie where he's obsessing over numbers. Oh, you can eat a dick game. Developers! Vinny, okay, crazy story. I was at an MGMT concert, got absolutely hammered. I think I lost my bra, and hearing you talk about it is pretty coincidental. Hopefully that's not the case. How does one lose a bra? Does it just come off? Developers. Also, the number 13 closed the game. I'm not superstitious, I'm just regular stitious, but I think that the number 13 closed the game just then. Well, it's saved, so it's good. I think I know how they got so much weed into the show, and it was hidden in a bra. The one that was on the ground. Unknown artifact. Permanent rune unlocks the custom mode. Cool. Somehow I still didn't have that.
I'm gonna put the goo back in you!
I can see people, you know, how they say they're gonna put the fear of God in you. Fear of goo. That was cool. Anyway, it's a good thing you're not paying for this commentary. Unless you are. Ooh. So shields are not my thing in this game. I'll be honest, shields are certainly not my thing. Yeah, if I was better with shields, I could have blocked that. This shield is just too good not to have. There's another MGMT song on Congratulations that I was thinking about playing. They did. And it's a really uplifting, cool song, and I forgot what it was called. Doesn't matter. I thought about it for a minute, like when I was at the show last night. I was like, hey, maybe I should write an uplifting, nice, positive song. The song is Feels Like Someone's Missing. That one. It was like a nice... So the lyrics are, it feels like someone's missing, but I thought the lyrics were, it feels like someone's listening, which I interpreted when I was there as, oh, that's nice. They're happy that they have an audience. And they're saying to us, the audience, that it finally feels like someone's listening to them. Isn't that nice? That's a nice feeling when someone listens to what you have to say and they're interested in the things that you have to say. And then I checked out the lyrics and it was like, it feels like someone's missing. And I'm like, oh fuck, who's missing? Did someone die? So that got dark real quick. But it's such a positive, like I said, uplifting sounding song that I had to. Immediately my thoughts were that it was that, and I was like, man, I wanna write something like that. And then I realized something. I wrote a song called Vomit in the Ball Pit. I don't have the capability to do such a thing. Someone in chat just said, it sounds like you weren't listening. The other cool thing was their decor for the show were, like, plants, you know, around the stage, and also mushrooms. There were mushrooms. Like green ones and red ones, they were like little toadstools. And they were used as stools, actually. At one point, they sat and played a song, and they sat on the mushrooms, and I was like, oh fuck, that's perfect. And then they brought out a rubber duck at the end of the show. I know it sounds like I'm lying at this point. I could get confirmation if someone recorded the show or if someone was there, but it's true. They brought out a big rubber duck. I was like, oh shit, this is exactly where I need to be right now. Vinny, you said they didn't do anything on stage. No, they didn't move around a lot. Like, the bassist, Uncle Jesse, was pretty animated, but generally they didn't move around a whole lot. In terms of their stage design, it was pretty simple, but yeah, there were some plants, there were some mushrooms. And then after the show ended before the encore, so after the last song before the encore, some of the stage crew brought out a rubber duck. And that was strange, because... So they brought out a toy piano so they could do the song When You're Small. And I was, yeah, about 10 feet away from them while they were doing that, and that was cool. That was, I'll remember that probably forever. They did the toy piano thing. It was cool. But they also, while they were bringing out the little toy piano and the small guitar, they also brought out a rubber duck. And they threw out the set list. This was the last show of the tour. So they're done now. Little Dark Age tour is done. But one of the things was they went back out and they gave away copies of the set lists to the people that were up front. And I wasn't paying attention, so I wasn't active enough. And even so, it was random. So there's a very high probability I wouldn't have gotten a set list. That said, at one point, one of the stagehands was bringing over the rubber duck, I guess to just bring it backstage, and I reached out, I was like, yo! You know, after the show, and it turns out they were not giving away the rubber duck. But I did reach out. It was japes. I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna get the rubber duck, but... It was nice. Just the sound, again, I was right next to a speaker. I actually had earplugs in. Not all the way, because I wanted to hear some of the high end. I didn't want to just, like, hear bass and drum and, like, muffle. But, I had earplugs in. Little foam ones, just because... As I'm getting older, I'm realizing more and more that maybe it's best I preserve some of my hearing so I can continue to hear. That seems like a neat idea. But also, we were like right up fucking front, and the amp was right next to me. Amps! Ant-Man! It's unnecessary. There's no reason for me to do that. I knew what I was doing, but there's no reason for it. Poisons enemies that would wound you, minus 5% damage received, downward smash attack, burn the ground. Yes, please. it was fortuitous. It was fortunate that I had the earplugs in, because I did not know I was going to be so close to the stage. It was fortunate, because holy fuck was it loud, and the sound in Webster Hall kind of blows. And I gotta be honest, the sound of Andrew's guitar, at times, was very annoying. Not always. It might have been just Webster Hall, or whatever his tone he was using was not very smooth on the ears. He was using like a Jaguar at one point. I think a Dan Electro for most of it, which was... I like Dan Electros. Never played one, but they look nice, and I know they sound good. Just very, very painful. So I'm glad I had those earbuds and earplugs. So where are we going there? Treebeard, where are we going? Treebeard. Oh! Oh, God. I'm living on the fucking wild side right now. Said, hey, babe. Take a walk outside. Am I still making progress to the point where I can check out the rest of the DLC? Oh, motherfucker. I have to go to the graveyard? No? Alright, never mind then. That was just me being dumb. That was just stupid Mortis. I will be honest with you, that shield screwed me up a couple times. It was a good shield. I just don't know how to use them, so I find myself trying to parry when I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's not really the shield's fault, it's just I don't know how to do it. And it threw off my rhythm, and I got very, careless anyway. So, I gotta learn how to do shields. Look, it's the caravan key, everybody. So there's an awkward as fuck video of, the standing ovation that Quentin Tarantino's new movie got at Cannes Film Festival. So, the movie apparently was good. People liked it. They gave him they gave him a standing ovation, and the whole cast. And the cameraman, you know, wants to get their reactions to the standing ovation, and is just standing like 3 feet. And that's generous. It's probably closer to like 2 feet away from the actors and Quentin Tarantino. The camera is picking up the pores in their face. It is right in their face. And people are trying real hard not to acknowledge it. People are trying, like, Brad Pitt looks and he's, you know, you can tell he's like, okay. But yeah, generally it's like really bizarre. The video's getting quite a few views as well. I'll show you a little bit of it. So this is good. And then for some reason, this starts happening. Like, where do you even look? Yeah, I guess you just look right at the camera. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Okay. You're trying, Brad. Okay. What are we doing here? We're gonna... Okay, now it's your turn, Leo. Just look everywhere but directly into the... Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got it for a second. You got it for a second. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Quentin. Just... Okay. Do your thing. You're weird. That's fine. But why don't we go back to that a little bit later, and we'll do the same thing, shall we? Look at this. Look at this fucking cameraman. So, okay, maybe he's a little further than 2 feet. It looks like... the way the perspective is, it looks like he's pointing the camera at Leo within like 6 inches, but it's just, you know, you got a little bit of space there. So, Vinny, that isn't even 3 feet? What, less or more? What do you think? I'm not the best at judging distance. Less? That's less than 3 feet? Excellent work. You got it. Good job, cameraman. You got the raw, unfiltered reaction of making someone awkward by shoving a camera in their face. I mean, if you want the real reaction to the standing ovation, all you have to do is back the fuck up and film it from a distance. No, it's not bedtime yet. This is just the warm-up stream. Everyone knows the rules. The real Dead Cell stream will be next week. I hate the Nutcracker. There's no way to re-roll those items in the beginning. Vinny, pancake bread. Again with the pancake bread. I would get it again. I would get it again, but next time I get it, I'm gonna try it with some different stuff. I'm gonna try some hot fudge. I'm gonna try... I say this, it's probably not gonna happen. But I would try the hot fudge on vanilla ice cream with a bed of pancake bread. No hot butter, no grannies. Get out of here. Vinny, what the hell is your metabolism? Well, I talk about sweets a bit, but I actually don't eat as many as I maybe lead on. I've had a pretty fast metabolism most of my life, but now that I'm hitting an age of... What is this? The age of reason? Hey! This is pretty good. That's probably a really annoying voice. But no, I can eat a little bit of sweets here and there. Not every day. There are days that go by I won't have anything, or I'll try not to have anything with sugar in it except like a cup of coffee. And there are some days where I will eat. I'll tell you what I had recently. There's these Rice Krispie treats. There's these Rice Krispie treats that are covered in chocolate. And they're in like a little bag. And I figured I'll just eat like 2 or 3. They're small. They're like bite-sized. I'll just eat like, well, maybe 3 or 4. And that's good enough. It's just like I'll have this bag for like several days. I ate the whole bag. Gee, John Dead Cells is real bad at this game. Vinny, my weakness is Sour Patch. How do you feel about them? I don't think I'm that into the sour candy that much. I am using the boss difficulty, so that's not helping my case at all with Dead Cells right now. These new enemies, though, these ones are real fucking annoying. Just gonna play a little bit more careful. If I have to resume, it's getting real late, so if I have to resume this run another time, I will, but I want to at least see it through as much as I can. Oh! Vinny, at this rate, I don't think we're worried about the run going too long. How dare you speak the truth? Damage from projectiles reduced by minus 75%. Nice. We'll all be laughing at you when you die. Ooh. Laddie. Still can't get any of that. We'll all be laughing with you when you die? No, I know. In this case, at you. Red. I don't know, this run maybe will last more than 3 minutes. I'm hopeful. Slay the Spire confirmed Switch. I think we talked about this already, but it's soon. Real soon, finally. It doesn't have modding support, right? No. How could it? I feel like Well, like Marble It Up, what they did was they did the challenge update, or they have updates where they take the best levels from the community and just throw them on the Switch. That's happened a couple times, or once at least. I guess part of me would like... I mean, they could make some kind of workshop for the Switch, I guess. Why would they, though? They're lazy, but... Hold off on that. But, yeah, or maybe they could just, like... do a curated content pack. So the top quality stuff, like the slime character. Stuff like that. New Marble update on the 29th, by the way. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Again, a lot of good games are getting updates. I realized something. When I started Half-Life 2, this is unrelated, but when I started streaming Half-Life 2, I was real happy. I like the way MMod enhances the combat. I really do think that it's an improvement over Half-Life 2's shooting. And the gunplay feels better, the guns sound better, look better, feel better. It's just a really subtle update. The visuals are fine. They look good. But I realize now that the gameplay... I actually got an email from the creator. And, true story, so the creator of MMod made a map for me that I streamed years ago in the city's skyline. It was the poop flood map. So, small fucking world. He had no idea I was gonna stream MMod. Well, neither did I, actually. So yeah, he made that. I streamed the poop flood map, which was a good time. And, considered returning to City Skyline, but I think I get kind of bored of those games after a short while. I've always loved SimCity. I've always loved, like, that kind of simulation, but I tend to get bored after a very short amount of time and want to start a new thing. But it's still a great game. I might come back to it. Maybe not to stream it, but I wish... Again, I wish there weren't so many goddamn games. I'm on a tangent. And the original point was that when I started Half-Life 2, I was very happy. And I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting into the world, I'm getting into the lore. It's great. And then I have to realize, wait a minute, what happened here? Why is it broken? No refill? Boss cell? Some of those break with boss cells. Wow. Well then. So I realized that starting Half-Life 2 is great, but there's the inevitable Half-Life 2 Episode 2 stream, where we get to the cliffhanger. You know the one. And then it's just gonna be sadness. And then what I'll have to do is read what could have been. Bobby outfit? Dan Nicky.
Gods, I was strong then. Hurry up and get the outfit before I shit myself.
So yeah, I know it's gonna be kind of heartbreaking when I get to that part, and then I'm just gonna have to read what we could have had, and you know what could have been, and what isn't. Liam Triforce in his video made the point that you know, he thinks that they tried. Because they did talk about Half-Life 2 Episode 3 for a little while. He thinks that Valve actually did attempt to make the thing for a bit, and it got kind of ambitious. And then Valve's, like, kind of... the way that company is structured is both, like, really liberating and also kind of fucking awful. Gabe was like, if we want to make another classic experience, there has to be interest around the office to do it, otherwise it won't get done. What? Would you get in a fucking prayer circle as well? And hope that the gods of inspiration will bless you? So, I mean, yeah, they must consult the elder gods. This is... Gabe is Raiden. So, I mean, I get the idea of the company being this, like, kind of weird thing, and it's kind of cool when you read about it the first time, and then you realize that this has also prevented games from being made. Though they had the fantastic idea to make Artifact, which is, I mean, man, where'd that inspiration come from? Above, clearly. So, I do think they tried, like Liam in his video said, like, yeah, there's a chance that they put the effort in and the concept got away from them, because when you read about the story they were going for, you know, it's pretty cool, and it's pretty involved, and it feels like something that could have been executed very poorly without the proper attention and care. So, I'm upset that we didn't get Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Do I understand why we didn't get it? Kind of a little bit, but... still very frustrating, of course. It won't not be frustrating. Especially playing the game again and being reminded of why I love these games so much. This is not good. Christ. 2 extra jumps in midair. It's nice, but I like the projectile protection. That's gonna keep me alive a bit longer, I think. So, yeah, and anyway, I haven't played City Skyline in a long fucking time. I know they've had different DLCs. Just to branch on that topic again, they've had a lot of different DLCs since I played it, so it would probably feel kind of fresh if I went back to it, but I'm not sure I want to. It's very addictive, and then I get bored. And I realize I'm not good at these games. I'm just not. There's too much DLC? I didn't even realize there was too much of it. Speaking of DLC, though, there is another rather strange DLC on the horizon. Planet Coaster and Ghostbusters. And the trailer is... like... First of all, I didn't realize Ghostbusters was still popular. Like, is it? Is this gonna sell more of Planet Coaster? But the trailer shows that, like, there's haunted trash, and then the Ecto-1 shows up. That's the name of the thing, right? And, yeah, so the Ghostbusters. Dan Aykroyd is apparently reprising his role, because, again, Dan Aykroyd has nothing better to do. And also, that's his baby. Ghostbusters was his thing, so... I can't blame him for wanting to return. Probably has fun doing it. It's something to do. God knows he's not doing anything else. But hey, it's a paycheck. A paycheck is a paycheck is a paycheck, and also, you just drink some Crystal Skull vodka during the recording process. Have fun. Wonder why Bill Murray doesn't return your phone calls. I mean, I thought I had some conspiracy UFO alien stuff in my brain that was weird. Because of all the books I read, because of all the stupid shows I've watched. Dan Aykroyd. Nuttier than a fruitcake. Bobby outfit. Prisoner Bobby's outfit. It's a skin. But yet, I still kind of like Dan Aykroyd. I don't know, there's something about the dude that's just... I just find him funny and fascinating and weird. I mean, and he was great in some movies. He was actually, you know, Ghostbusters he was fantastic in Ghostbusters. It's the role that he was born for. And also Nothing But Trouble with, you know, the penis-nosed judge and all that. He was in Indiana Jones. I always wished he was in more Indiana Jones than just a small cameo shitty role. Because he was in a very, very small role in Temple of Doom. He was, yeah. I don't know what to get here. Alright, this will be my last area, and then I'm gonna go to bed. He almost killed Larry King. Do I want to know what that means? Such a random topic. I know, well, I mean... I try to just let whatever comes to mind turn into a topic. Because it's like, oh, this could be a couple minutes of me just talking. Here's the thing, too. This game is very repetitive. In a good way, because it's a lot of fun. I can't imagine this is as fun for the audience as it is for me. And when there's games that I can kind of autopilot a bit, which probably isn't to my advantage, I tend to rack my brain for more weird shit, videos I've seen, topics, Ghostbusters, whatever it may be. Someone said I like seeing new weapons. I do too. I genuinely do think that there are a lot of people out there that like watching games like this and other roguelikes because of the random element. Because it's just fun to see what happens in a streamer's run. But for me, I would not necessarily want to watch Dead Cells. I'd probably watch like Isaac. I'd watch Gungeon. Maybe not Dead Cells. Someone said, I do like watching Slay the Spire. The thing about Slay the Spire is, if you love Slay the Spire, if you play it, it's gotta be great to watch it and get into it and see what the person's strategy is and what cards they're gonna get. Like, I know those streams have a lot of Resident Sleeper emotes, and I know they're not for everyone, which is fine. It's fine until someone ends up typing in chat 8 or 9 times how I need to die in a car crash because the game is not to their liking. But when you have, you know, a game like that, that's kind of you love it or you hate it. I can see people really enjoying streams of it. Also, cards in general just have a really bad stigma, as I've discussed on plenty of other streams, where people see cards, they immediately think they're being taken advantage of because of, like, Skinner boxes or I keep seeing Skinner boxes. Hearthstone, overrated, boring cards. There's that on top of people just not liking the game. There's the artifact baggage now. There's the everyone has to have a card game now. And then you have a game like Slay the Spire, which does not have microtransactions, which is genuinely a really fucking great game if you're into those sorts of things. And for someone like me who's not really into cards, I was blown away by it. You know, I collected Magic the Gathering cards when I was younger. I played it like once. Collected Pokemon cards. Played it 4 or 5 times. I did play a game called Story War, which was kind of fun. Story War is like a card game where you make up your own stuff. And you have to, like, justify your card and how it's more powerful than the other player's card. It's cool, but it gets a little bit like the judge has to determine who's the winner based on who has the better argument. Which I'm not explaining the game well. It's a card game, it's not online or anything. But maybe it is, I don't know, someone maybe put it in Board Game Simulator. But the issue is it starts to get like, you know, people play favorites and it gets a little bit like, it feels like the rules don't... It feels like whose line is it anyway? Like the points don't matter. Ooh, another outfit. That's pretty good to get. So, there's another one called Boss Monster. It's a card game. It's a physical card game. I bought the expansion, never played it. Boss Monster is like a dungeon crawler RPG where you are the boss of the dungeon and you have to kill the heroes. If I remember correctly. That one's cool. And that's pretty much it in terms of card games I've played, aside from just cards. But Boss Monster is genuinely good. Really, really love that one. The few times I played it. Smelly key, huh? Well, it looks like I didn't die this run. So, I'll have to save it and come back to it. And I didn't die yet. But I have some decent equipment now, finally. Yeah, there's a flow to this game. For people who have never played Dead Cells, there's like a zen. There's like a flow. I'm not really there right now, but... Whoa. You get flashes of it. It's a really, really, really cool game to get good at. I'd say that this probably has some of the best gameplay of any 2D hack and slash type game I've ever played. Like, I'm playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night, obviously, at the moment, doing the randomized run, and it's just totally broken, completely broken, and I love that game, but this, even though they look similar, it's almost 2 completely different games. So I remember when this game first came out, the comparison was it's like a roguelike Castlevania. Kinda, a little bit. Vinny, better than Hollow Knight? Hollow Knight's got some tight-ass controls, too. I think... They're really different. They're really different. If I had to say which one I liked more, that I have more fun with, they are two totally different games, and Hollow Knight's got a really good, like, combat feedback. Like when you hit enemies with your sword. Sorry, your nail. But they're so different. I would still say that I like this a little bit better. But I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough one. That's fucking hard. Angry emails incoming. Yeah, probably. I'm pretty tempered with my, like, the way I present my opinions, too. Like, I'd like to think, you know, I try real hard to see it from all sides. I try hard to be honest about why I like the things I like. I try to see the things that are good in all the stuff that I don't like. And I try to present it in a way that won't infuriate people. Because, you know, if I'm watching something on YouTube and they present their opinion like it's the word of God, it makes me want to like that thing they like less. So I try to prevent that from happening by being a little bit more tempered in the way I go about, you know, comparing things, for example. That said, I still do get hate emails from time to time where, like, people that have differing opinions that treat me like the Antichrist afterwards. That's just... There's just too many people in this world. There's just too many goddamn people, and people get angry about a lot of things, and some of those things involve emailing a streamer. So... Sound fun to anybody? Anyone else want to try out streaming? It's good. I mean, I like what I do. But, again, it has its ups and downs. But I think it's real easy to just see the positives from one side. This is where I have to go, right? Vinny, go heal with that turkey. Vinny, you missed a power-up. Well, in some ways, there is a positive even to the negative, because it keeps my head in check a bit. Just gotta make sure I'm not thinking too highly of myself at any one time. You would think that it would be the opposite, like I'd have a fucking massive ego. Nope. Whoa. So I didn't see it before, chat, but The crypt? Is that how I access the new DLC content? Or is that at least on the way to it? It is, okay. Oh, fuck, this is a tough choice, but this has got a lot more damage, so we'll take it. Cool. Alright, well, this run is going well. I look forward to forgetting it. And then streaming again and dying instantly. Vinny, get the turkey. Why? There's going to be healing. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck. Insufferable Crypt is a boss area. God damn it. Alright, well, I'll just finish the run now then. Well, there's no healing. If I have to fight a boss, then I'm done. What's the point of doing this again if there's no healing? It's over. You know. The pink guy has the high ground. I don't think I'm ready for hard mode. Look at how much cool damage I'm doing to this enemy. Has Vinny ever beaten this game? Yes, once. On stream, last time I streamed it. Yeah, hard mode is not doing me any favors. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We got to see some of the DLC. A little bit, not much. Next week, maybe I'll get a chance to play a little bit more of it, but I'm going to be streaming Void Bastards as well as all the other stuff I'm streaming. So I might have to even wait a little bit longer before I come back to Dead Cells. But thank you for stopping by tonight. Hope you all live. So stop by tomorrow night for more stream. There will be a very good Sunday stream tomorrow of vetted material that's going to be entertaining, including a new game from the person that made the pizza game. There was a pizza game. I don't remember what it was called. Pizza in the Forest, Pizza in the Woods. One of those. I still have the Google results for Orit's up. Alright, so you're here for art now, and I'm going to deliver the art directly to your eye holes.